going on, everyone? This is Popcorn Heroes review of Brightburn.
Yeah.
I am Armando. I am back. It's been a slight hiatus.
A slight.
It was a long
It's a slight hiatus, right, man?
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what any of you say.
You got it.
Slight
I
hiatus.
was about to be named permanent host.
Yeah, he was gonna replace you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm with back for the first time, Mike.
Hey.
What's up, man?
See, you do it right. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, man! Back for the first time, baby.
I do it right too.
There we go. There we go.
He does the pause.
Okay, cool.
You gotta let it simmer, man. All right?
Suspense.
He knows how to be a host.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Damn, I forgot. I didn't even realize how much we missed you,
It
man.
feels good, dude. It feels good to be back. The bearded dragon, Pedro.
Hey,
What's up, man?
You hear that? You hear the finesse in there?
Hey, finesse.
Shit.
Hey.
We've been missing that these past couple of weeks, man.
And then God's mistake, Orlando.
Oh man, I missed that one too.
Yo, I'm the host with the most. If you didn't know.
Most mistakes.
Oh man, all the outtakes.
All right, ladies and gents. We're gonna talk about the pseudo Superman movie called Brightburn. I don't know, guys. You probably missed it because it came out in a stacked weekend, as fucking usual. These people,
You think if it would have came out in a non-stacked weekend, it would have done better.
It would have done better. It would have not done blockbuster money, but like you're coming out in a stacked weekend, man, and these studios don't fucking understand that you're sending out these indie movies to burn. You know what I'm saying?
To Brightburn.
Oh,
you see the camaraderie?
There we go. Yeah, I don't want to get into it because it's not part of the review.
It's just
as always, ladies and gents, we're gonna start off with just the spoiler-free review. Very short because we had to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Very quickly, Mike, what'd you think? 1 out of 5.
Pedro's not gonna do the premise?
No, but we get spoiler-free first.
1 out of 5. I'm leaning like a 2.9.
Okay, all right.
That's oddly specific.
Very. What's the 0.1 for, man?
Why not give it 3?
Because 3 is good. It was just under good.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I don't know. It wasn't enjoyable. The CG wasn't good at all for me. I didn't like the character. I didn't like the parents. Actually, you know what? Just the 2. It wasn't. I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie at all.
Damn.
As a horror movie, it wasn't horror. It wasn't suspenseful. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Cool. Pedro, what did you think?
I give it a 3.
Okay.
It's good. I liked it. It was typical horror movie. Well, it wasn't typical.
It's like a slasher more to me.
It wasn't typical as in the antagonist, but it still hit the same beats. You know, people still did the dumb jokes, the stupid stuff,
mistakes,
like the mistakes. Like, okay, I hear a noise outside, let me go peek instead of call the cops or whatever. You know, it hit every single fucking trope possible.
Yeah,
like everything. Like,
exactly, and I was expecting something different because this is a whole different kind of story.
Yeah, this is a by the numbers horror movie, but if I'm comparing it to that, I just thought it did its job. It really was just a typical horror movie, just with a little twist to it.
Nice.
So,
cool. Orlando,
that's about it.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I agree with Pedro. I liked it.
What's your score?
3.3, 2.5 around that.
Whoa,
score.
so you like it a little more than us.
Yeah, okay. I did like it. I thought it was. I'm not a big fan of like slasher movies, so like when the scare does happen, I get a little bit excited. Cover my eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you do.
Were there scares for you in this movie?
A little bit. Just like not scared. It was like there were moments where I cover my eyes in terms of like, I want to see like this bloody scene, the gore of it. So yeah,
it was gory.
I agree with Pedro. Like it does follow the same like horror tropes with dumb characters doing dumb actions, and it did subvert my expectations. I thought something at the end was going to totally happen, and it didn't happen at all. So that I did like. I'm disappointed that it didn't make enough money for a sequel, and that's it.
I give it a 3. It was an okay movie. There's nothing special about it. There was like absolutely nothing that blew my mind. It was essentially a reimagining of what if Superman was bad. You know, that's exactly what you got.
Yeah.
I wish he would have been more bad, to be honest with you. I wish he would have just gone fucking full bad evil.
I mean,
We get
Yeah,
that-
he kind of did,
we
but
get
it was
that
just kind
towards
of
the end.
like surprise! I'm here. I'm gonna kill you. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just wish he would have been like, you know what, fuck everybody. I'm just gonna go full bad.
I mean,
And like
we get that towards the end.
you
Basically.
get it at the end where essentially he just went bad. You know. I just felt that I wish that would have happened more like middle forward. Him just fucking up everybody.
Immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I wish they would have showed him growing up more.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, like in the childhood as a little kid or whatever.
Like you. Well, we'll get into it, I guess, when we do.
Yeah. But yeah, it was okay movie. I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary from it. I mean, if you like Superman and you like to see how he looks bad, then I guess this is part of it. I like the world building they did at the end. How they expanded the universe a little bit and like the after credits. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not spoilery.
That's not spoiler. It's just world building. I mean, I didn't say anything specific.
yeah.
That was the best part of the movie to me, though. The
world building?
The world building.
Yeah, the idea of a sequel.
Just the potential.
The potential.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for.
But like your
I don't have any
said,
faith in
it
it.
didn't make enough money,
So it won't.
and it probably won't happen. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, like
It's
I don't
better
think
that
so.
way.
I would like to see
Unless like Netflix picks it up.
Yeah,
or some
I would
shit
like to
that.
see Brightburn reimagined, like for a Netflix show.
If this was a Netflix movie, it'd have a higher rating for me.
I think I would like it.
Yeah, because you didn't go out of your way to go
Yeah.
see it.
you have lower expectations for
Yeah.
a Netflix movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually had really high.
You know what? I
expectations
actually
for
do
this
agree with you. This would have felt right at home as a Netflix.
Yeah, it would have been perfect. It would have been
one. It
better
would've
than
been great. I'm
Brightburn.
sure. I think it would have
I
gotten
mean,
a lot more.
not Brightburn. Blight,
Bright.
whatever that crap. Will
It's called
Smith
Bright.
movie.
It's called Bright.
Right.
That shit
Right?
was fun. Nah,
That movie
shit
was
amazing.
trash.
Yeah,
Trash.
Yeah. Remember, 5 out of 5 it's got Will Smith. Right. Right.
5 out. Bright was. Anyways.
Dude,
Any-
Brightburn was a billion times better than Bright.
All right.
Anyways, into the spoilers.
Anyways,
I was doing premise or no? Oh yeah, Bat Superman
that's
as a
it.
kid.
Yeah, Bad Superman as a kid. That's essentially
All
the
right,
premise.
So spoilers.
Yeah.
We're going to the spoilers right now, ladies and gents. If you haven't watched it, tune it off. Come back. But if you don't give a fuck, stick around.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is a spoiler coming ahead.
Yeah.
Spoilers coming now.
So I originally thought the movie was gonna be like my thought was that he was gonna be sent down to Earth because they sensed that he was like bad, and I thought maybe like Zod was gonna come down and he was gonna be like Superman and like be like, oh wait, no, we get to kill you, and then kill him.
Yeah, I remember you thinking that. I was like, I don't know where the fuck you got all
Because the
that.
thing is,
It's an interesting premise.
because the thing
though.
is, I thought, well, if he can't be stopped, and if they don't find out his kryptonite, he's never gonna be stopped. Which basically what happens
Yeah,
towards the
that's
end.
essentially what happens in this movie.
Yeah, so
they
I-
found it, they're never gonna find it again.
So I was just like, there has to be a way he has to die. So unless they find the kryptonite, unless the kryptonite lands with him, he is not going to die.
It did well.
And it did land. It came. It's
Kind
part,
of.
but that's a
It always
problem that
lands with
like his mom
Right.
found out that's his kryptonite, but she died, and then nobody else knows that's
no
kryptonite.
one's ever gonna figure it out.
People figure it out.
It has to
People
be.
figure it out, but
People only figure out if it just so happens
Nah,
that
he blew out
he's
the
there.
whole fucking town, didn't he?
He did. He kind of essentially he just fucking went crazy.
yeah.
And his little space pod is in the middle of nowhere, essentially. So it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, hey, I got to move this fucking spaceship because, you know, this shit could kill me.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that motherfucker dug that shit underground or took it to Antarctica or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's it. No one's ever going to fucking know his weakness.
Yeah.
Unless for some fucking reason that metal comes crashing down like kryptonite, like sometimes does in Superman comics.
Yeah.
That's probably the only way you could ever find out, you know?
Yeah. So I did think that was gonna happen. That something different was gonna happen. Like a Superman was gonna come out and save everybody. It reminded me of Dragon Ball Z. Pedro, you can probably relate to this. How like the Saiyans are like world destroyers, and that's what they do. They're conquerors. And like what happens to Goku is that he's sent to Earth to like pretty much destroy Earth, but then he becomes good.
Yep.
And like
And it's
Now
the
they
same
remind me
thing.
of Dragon Ball
And
Z.
it's the same thing that the ship actually does, like a little alarm that like snaps him out of it.
yeah.
It's the same thing.
So I thought it reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball Z in the sense of like, oh, he's basically a Saiyan that was sent to Earth.
Yeah.
No, Dragon Ball Z was good.
Yeah. But Dragon Ball also got that idea from Superman. So it's
Right.
all just them copying them.
Oh, okay. But for Superman, do they have like a radio thing that's like, hey, time to start killing?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what I thought it was. But the thing is, like, I thought of it like that because the Saiyans are like conquerors.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, well, I guess.
Yeah, they're dropped down on a planet. The weakest ones are dropped down on the planet just so they could conquer the planet. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're the weakest. But even the weakest is still OP as shit.
Yeah, and so I figured like
So yeah, it was totally Dragon Ball.
yeah, so I figured like his species are conquerors basically, and like that was the message like, hey, you hit puberty, time to take over the world.
Well, yeah, I did like how the beginning felt very Superman-ish. Like they even had the music that would have that piano, like the same piano.
Very heroic.
Yeah, the heroic like piano, just like how it was in like Man of Steel and all that. They even have the scene where they're going through like the farm with the sunset, you know, with everything. Like, yeah, it just feels like, oh yeah, this is. It's pretty much for those that never saw the trailer. It's their way of kind of like, oh, okay, you think this is gonna go this way, but it won't. So
Right.
I just liked that it was a total fake out, even though we all saw it coming, obviously. But it was still kind of cool. But it was kind of cool to see that he actually was a genuinely good kid until until the alarm thing
Went off, yeah.
like snapped him out of it, and that's kind of like what awoke everything, like his urges and shit.
Yeah.
So
Do you think he had power before the alarm went off?
yeah, I think he did. It just activates like
Yeah, it wasn't like I think it's like in hibernation.
because remember they said that he never got sick before.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
yeah, so he was always powered up. It just the urge to like conquer and take and
So
like
you're saying he has super strength and all that bullshit
yeah, he probably had it.
He probably had like
Because he was shocked when he had it. Though.
he probably had invulnerability.
Yeah. That's what he had.
I agree with the invulnerability part, but I don't think he had all his powers.
No.
No,
And I think the alarm awoke all his powers.
Right.
Right, but it's probably also woke because it's just the wanting, the
Yeah, and I do think it like
Take and
it's
destroy.
also I think it's kind of like also a message about not a message but like a thing about like puberty as well. Like he just hit that certain age where he is a man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for you to take
Yeah.
your place in the world and take over the world.
Yep, your voice deepens, you get a little stronger. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's this point
Start
where you
murdering people.
it's this point in the world where you start becoming a man and you choose who you want to be.
Right.
So yeah, it's a huge metaphor for like puberty
Puberty,
gone
yeah.
fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially the whole thing with like
The girl.
yeah, exactly. He likes the girl. The girl doesn't like him back. He's like, well, bitch.
Yeah,
All right.
He goes
Bitch,
way
let me see your
overboard.
hand.
Yeah.
Nigga. Is that serious?
I
It
mean,
just- I don't know. It just felt like too much.
yeah. But I always it was definitely an extreme version of all of that. But it always went back to the alien ship fucking changed him.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it all made sense within the story.
And
Yeah,
he-
it's super exaggerated.
Yeah, because even the bullying wasn't that bad, and they're like, yo, the
wasn't.
girl liked you at first, so you're good. So
Right.
He just showing up.
I do.
Yeah. He showed up
so
in the
I-
house and closing the laptop.
Yeah.
So he's just zoom, 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 like zipping
But
through.
why? What's the point? What's the point of closing the laptop?
I think-
It's pointless.
I I think it's like what Pedro said. Like the machine, the spaceship woke up, like put everything at 100. So like even though like if he was normal, he would have been like fine. He would have got the girl probably. He probably wouldn't. He would probably wouldn't be teased that much, and he probably wouldn't mind.
He would have been Superman if it weren't for the ship
Yeah.
activating him.
He
I'm
would have been
pretty sure.
just he would have been just fine. But the ship just made everything. Yo, you like her? Go fuck her. Like basically, it just
she don't like you. Fuck her.
Yeah, kill her. Like it just took everything to 1,000.
Kill her mom.
I guess that makes
Yeah.
kill every. Oh,
Trash the place.
Yeah.
That symbol, put it everywhere.
Make sure they find you.
didn't make any sense.
It was his calling card.
It's teenage shit. Just like you said, crank to 100.
Yeah.
I wish the ship would have just made him confident. You know, I'm just like oh, like look at what I can do, whatever, and show him the girl the powers or whatever, like something like that. And she'd be like, oh shit, like this is cool. You know, I think if you would have showed her his powers of how strong he was or what he could do, I think it would have played out a little bit differently. Instead, he decided to be a creeper.
So did you think that it would have been better instead of like the ship giving him the man? Do you think it would have been better if he realized, whoa, I am this strong? Like I should just rule the world. Do you think it would have been better in the story like
Yeah,
that?
for sure. Yeah,
Nah,
I think it
thought-
would've been better.
I say no because I seen that story done to death with every other Elseworld Superman. The fact that he went berserk from a signal and
yeah, but
started
the thing
killing
is
people,
that you
I'm cool with
know
that.
it because you're a comic book fan.
Yeah, like Injustice
but
is that.
nobody else would have known that.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna have like a horrible upbringing. His parents were gonna be shit. He was gonna get bullied all the time. I thought he was gonna have a reason to hate the world, other than
I think I would have liked that better too.
Hate everybody. That's what I was expecting. So for him to just be a complete,
That-
from what they showed,
Yeah,
a good kid.
He had basically a good ass childhood.
His parents
Beautiful.
loved him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had the perfect. Yeah,
he
upbringing.
literally had everything.
Yeah. So I didn't want that.
What you said would have been good too. I actually would have liked that too.
Because that would have been actually the opposite of Superman.
That's the opposite of Superman.
You know
Not
what
just
I'm
the signal from the ship makes you evil.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. Like that would have been a better story.
I did like 'cause I thought obviously that was gonna happen. Like
I felt he would have killed his parents way too quickly if that were the case.
I did think
Or maybe like his mom was, one of those abused mothers that doesn't fight the dad but doesn't help you.
Yeah, but the thing is, at some point, I think it would have been activated by his puberty the same way. And he would have puberty would have started for him, and then he's like, "Oh shit, what? I could lift his bed up high." And then his dad is beating his bum, and he's like, "Hey, no, stop!" And he stops his dad, and he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh," and he fucks him up.
Yeah.
Again, whoa.
That's the type of shit I was expecting.
That would have been a fucking a better dramatization of the Superman story going evil.
I think,
and his mom dies is something that clicks for him. Like fuck everybody. Like
and you see him
the only person I love died or whatever.
You see him torturing animals before he got powers or some shit.
No,
and then he gets powers and he's like,
well, he was torturing animals when the signal.
Signal went
snapped.
off. Yeah, the signal started everything. Yeah,
the signal. Yeah, it started everything.
Yeah.
Because
before the signal though.
But the
Before
signal, the reason why I think he started torturing animals and opening up guts or whatever is because he realized he was different and he wanted to see what's inside everything else. What makes me different?
Which was really funny because they played it off as he's looking at porn. So it's
Right.
oh yeah, look, oh yeah, Sports Illustrated. He's looking at the girl, and then suddenly he's like, oh, the anatomy of a girl.
Guts and it's it's intestines. I feel like I think he was he was realizing that I'm not the same, and I want to see what the fuck these shits are, and people, and looking up. That's why at the end where he has that woman that she's cut open. He's probably
the mom that was just straight up cut open.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you guys. I think it'd probably been better in that sense, which it would have been more predictable because I think everyone expected.
It would have been very predictable.
I think everybody expected that.
But I think it would have been a better drama story,
right? But I
like the fact that it's just pure horror.
Right. I do like it though in terms of I like it as a backstory towards his species, and I'm like, oh, these are Saiyans. I just went in
it really is.
Once the ship thing started and it was take over the world. From then on I was like, oh, he's a Super Saiyan.
He's pretty much Vegeta as a serial killer.
Yeah, I was
Vegeta was a serial killer.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he's a Super Saiyan. And so for some reason, I guess since the child in me was like, oh, I could dig this.
Yeah,
and then I just imagine the rest of his species taking over the world.
Yeah, he even had that moment. He's like, nothing's wrong. I'm just superior.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
just straight up you guys ain't shit.
So I just like that because it just to me it opened up a world. If there were sequels, I would have enjoyed it because it would open up a world of conquerors, and then maybe they come to Earth and they just fight to see who is better and yada yada. Not because in your sense, if he is a Superman but then he has a bad upbringing, then a good Superman exists somewhere, and so then a sequel would happen and maybe the good Superman would fight and they would have a thing, whatever.
Nah, I don't think it should go that route.
Right, but in my head, but in my head I was just oh, these are just Super Saiyans and they're gonna. And if they fight, basically, they're just gonna fight just to show off. And I would have liked that, for sequel purposes.
Here's one of the things that made me roll my eyes real hard because he was doing the B&B because his name is BB. Kind of like the Clark Kent thing.
Yeah.
He's doing it everywhere.
But the cop was like, "Yeah, BB. It stands for your boy's name." Like, nigga, that stands for Brightburn. Also, the name of the fucking town. Like, how do you know?
That jumping logic was kind of
stupid. That one, I saw that and I raised my eyebrow. I went, all right.
I guess also because people were complaining about him and he was acting weird, so he was like,
But to jump to murder?
To jump to all of that, a fucking kid? That was a big jump.
Yeah.
BB, Brandon Breyer or whatever.
Yeah.
Brightburn. The first thing that would have popped in my head is, it's the name of the city. The killer's clearly in the city.
Yeah.
Right.
He's representing his streets.
I would have never
thought. Pastures.
I never would have thought that creepy kid.
Yeah, and then a lot of the characters.
It's very stereotypical if you think about it. The creepy kid's the one who killed everybody.
All the characters made dumb mistakes, the dad and the mom. Clearly this kid is going fucking crazy.
Well, the mom did the stupidest mistakes because the dad was like, "Yo, this kid is going crazy," and she's like, "No, he's my kid. Yeah. No, I love him."
It's mom stuff.
And I'm just like,
if your kid starts doing bad, you're gonna try and defend him as long as you're conscious.
Moms do that all the time in real life.
Yeah,
they have serial killer kids.
She was her reaction was I'm like,
Ted Bundy is a perfect example. They didn't think he was doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but one of the characters that I was just like, what the fuck is his aunt?
Oh yeah, that was weird.
So he shows up at his aunt's house, kind of hey, don't tell them that about
or else.
Yeah, don't tell the sheriffs that you think I'm weird or else. And then she's like, go home.
And he goes home.
And and then she assumed he goes home.
Oh no, he didn't go home.
He didn't go home.
He went to the back.
Yeah, he just chilled around.
And he showed up in the closet.
But he
too.
assumed that she assumed that he goes home, which is clearly a miles away or a mile
She
away.
ain't give a fuck. Nigga,
And-
take your ass home.
But the thing is,
I ain't bring you here.
Naturally, you would think, okay, well,
Let
go
me
home.
drive you home.
Well, I don't think she had the car, but call his mom. Like, yo, your kid's here. Like, what the hell? Pick him up.
Yeah.
Or hell, I just sent your kid home. What the fuck is he
Yeah,
doing?
there's definitely horror movie logic right there.
Yeah.
Right.
for sure.
And it was just like,
And
nah.
I completely agree with that logic. Like, she should have called the mom.
And it's like, nah, I'm
No,
gonna go to
no
bed.
aunt is just saying go home.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck you doing here?
At least not
Yo,
an aunt-
what the fuck is Mike doing here? You know, like,
At least
Yeah.
not an
Yeah.
aunt who she seemed to be a loving aunt.
yeah.
No
Yeah,
aunt who feels like that is just gonna say, "Take your ass home."
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
at least invite him in.
Like, stay in here. I'm gonna call your mom
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. You
But
know?
it seemed like she was scared of him. So it's kind of like,
obviously that would have killed her off, but still, it didn't feel like a natural reaction.
right.
No.
And it seemed like she was scared of him. So I guess, okay, sending him home is fine. But the idea.
But why are you scared of him at this
He
point?
just broke a bitch's arm.
Right.
Oh, hand. It was a hand.
Hand.
Yeah. So like,
I mean,
and then he made a
Tomato,
verbal
tomato.
threat. So and he made like a clear verbal threat of like, I'm gonna fuck you up if you do this. So it's like, okay, maybe you don't want him in there. That's fine. But for you not to call his parents like, yo, this kid was here and he fucking threatened my life. What the fuck is going on? It was a little bit weird.
Yeah, for sure.
But whatever. And then of course he goes and kills.
Everybody kills her fucking
her
husband,
husband,
and his aunt.
yeah. The dude from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is about I don't necessarily understand why he killed the uncle
It did make sense to me
because the
either.
uncle was super nice to him.
Well, he was just playing around with everybody. He didn't see them as humans or family anymore. He saw himself as superior,
okay.
and how kids play with animals when they kill them,
Like ants or whatever.
like they were playthings to him at this point.
Yeah.
Like he didn't see them. Oh, my uncle, he's cool to me. No,
The only one
the
that
only
he-
one he gave a shit was his,
his
mom,
mom.
and dad, and the dad too. Because
Yeah.
even the dad, he was kind of like playing along with the hunting.
Yeah.
And then when he shot, he's just like,
That scene was crazy.
you
though.
fucked up.
You fucked up.
That
like,
scene was so crazy.
we all knew it was gonna happen, but it was
Yeah.
still a really good scene. I did like
Yeah.
that scene.
Yeah.
That
it
was the
was
only
good.
death I actually really. That and that fucking sheriff that got
Yo,
blown the fuck up.
he got clotheslined.
Jesus, dude. That
Those
was
are the only
so
two
bad.
deaths I actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that laser, I'm like, oh fuck.
The one scene that really bothered me was the mom of the girl's mom who was the waitress in the diner.
Oh,
when
with
the
the
light
fucking
was
glass?
flickering and she looks up and she stares at it. I'm like,
What do
nobody
you
does that
expect is
shit.
gonna happen? What do you?
Nobody
You
does it.
deserve that
If there's
shit.
a light flickering, you'll be like, oh shit, light flickering. I'm gonna go fix it some other time. I'm gonna tell somebody about it. You don't fucking go out to like, why is it flickering? Like, come on, dude. Like, nobody does that shit, dude.
Agreed.
Idiot.
I would have been like,
was
that's
so
I would've been,
fake.
that's creepy. Not going next to that. Like,
Yeah.
And that's
But-
it.
Or you just like, oh, you take a mental note, like, oh, it's a freaking late. I guess I'll tell somebody about it. And you go about your business, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not her.
like she literally stares at it.
That was a lot.
You know, like, it'd be different if she gets her.
I like how this is the movie breaking moment.
It was just stupid to me, dude. Like,
Everything else is fair game, but don't look at a fucking light if it
but
flickers. Don't you
it's
dare.
illogical.
So
you know what I'm saying?
that's your don't care at the
I
moment.
think it'd be better if she was like, oh man, it's flickering. Let me get a ladder. And she
I really
goes
did
up to try
remember
to
that. So he
fix
brought it
it.
up. I didn't remember that.
The aunt's like, go walk yourself home.
No, I hated that
Don't
scene
look
too.
at the flick flicker.
But the thing is that scene kind of just like, this is fucking stupid already. Like why would you do that?
it'd been like that
and then
for a
the
while.
aunt thing happened after that. So just
Yeah.
kind of like guys are already doing stupid shit. So like that scene is just kind of like the logic of it all is kind of like
You
dumb.
can tell from there, from that moment forward, it's like
the logic of every
these characters are gonna make dumb decisions.
Yeah, essentially. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I did like, at least before we're shitting on the movie for a little bit, I did like the scene where the dad is dreaming about the moment like he had like the kid
it
came.
was so weird, yeah.
And like she sees his wife like holding the baby, and then she turns around and like blood in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's smiling.
It was cool because that was their version because you didn't see the ship or the kid landing the ship yet.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering when are they going to show that? And that sequence was showing it.
Yeah, kind of like how it kind of looked. Obviously, it looked in the more. They had a
Yeah.
more cheerful moment, but that was like the terror of like
The scene still felt out of place though.
I liked it though. I,
didn't like it.
thought it was pretty creepy.
It was creepy, but the dream sequence didn't make sense in the logic of like the movie itself. Because like,
Yeah.
why is he having that dream sequence of the
There was
baby
no
crying? Like,
payoff. There was no payoff for it.
Why was he having a premonition? He never had premonitions before, so it's kind of like,
It was just weird.
Like,
it
why are you
it
doing
did feel
this?
out of place.
yeah. I think it would have been
Yeah.
cool if he had premonitions always.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
there's a quick glance of him waking up like,
Yeah.
Why is this, what the fuck is happening to me?
Yeah,
That would make
visually
more
it
sense.
looked good, but it didn't really, like you said, it didn't make sense in the scheme.
It
of
would have
things.
made cool. It made sense if he would have always had that.
Right.
And
He
then
always felt like something
like
was
he
weird
was-
about the kid, and he always
or he always wakes up like in his sweats and his like fuck man again like something like that like
his dream. Yeah.
Amanda wants to be a writer.
and then you go in and you see the shit, you know.
Write a
I'm a
movie,
terrible
man.
write
Yeah, write a movie, dude.
I can't.
Just do
I
somebody
suck
else's
at
story.
dialogue.
Plagiarize. That's what Batman's built on.
Imagine how much the word bitch is gonna be used in that
my
movie.
God.
It'd be like you'd be like
That'd be the title of the movie.
You'd be like Tarantino and N word. Like that'd be your bitch would be your N word.
I'm watching your movies, bro.
Thanks, Meg. I appreciate your support, man. I like Orlando. But yeah, any final thoughts, guys, before we wrap this up?
We didn't even get to the ending where he destroyed his fucking mom.
Yeah, where he actually starts fucking going crazy fully.
You didn't like
What
the
is
ending
destroying
either.
the
when he-
house?
Oh my god! All right, so at the ending, let's get to it. So the ending scene where the mom charges up her fucking attack. I'm like, why are you charging up an attack? You have him at his neck. All you do is just stab his neck. You know
No,
what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, ain't enough power in that bitch. She
No.
want to rev that shit up as much as possible.
but she's trying to stab his back, dude. You don't kill somebody
You
with
gotta go
stabbing
back
the
here,
back.
like this. The
Your
whole
neck is
motion.
right there, dude. Just fucking stab him in the neck.
She wasn't
Like,
gonna stab him in the neck. She was gonna stab him in a place where he could survive and die anyways.
it's so
No, she
stupid.
wanted to-
That logic was just idiotic to me. Of course he's gonna stop you.
She had to kill her son in her eyes.
Yes, but
was
she
doing-
she charges up to stab him in the back.
Maybe
Dude,
she
your
want-
neck is at his level.
Maybe-
you could just sneak in a fucking shit in his neck. And that's
Maybe
it.
she didn't
She's
want
never done
to.
it before.
I bet you were one of the ones that was yelling, Brand should have zigzagged. Or not Brand, whatever his fucking name.
The dad?
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Fuck, yeah, I forgot his name too.
Shit.
What does that mean? There?
Fuck it, dude. We'll figure it out later.
R.I.P. Start with no name.
Yeah, Rickon.
Rickon
Rickon.
should have zigzagged.
Nah, but he
They're
should've-
so fucking stupid.
He
Why you
should have zigzagged. He's a
should've
fucking
Yeah, I was
zigzagged.
idiot.
like, what reference are you guys making right now? I was
should've
so lost for a
zigzagged.
while.
He should have zigzagged. But the thing is that like
running fucking straight. All right,
Hashtag
anyway.
he should have
and running
zigzagged.
straight, dude. Like, come on, dude, you're an idiot.
Don't charge up your stab, just stab him in the neck.
But the thing is,
Don't look up at the flickering light.
But it's all illogical. It's just illogical shit.
I think
If you have the
I
weakest
understand what
point,
Pedro's saying though.
If you have
She's
the-
killing her child, she's not thinking logically.
And then also maybe she didn't want to like cut his neck because that's like right like on her, and she was like might be like too bloody for her.
Are you kidding me? No, she ain't worried about the blood that's gonna get on her fucking shirt. She's got to
She's worried
stab her
about killing
child.
her son. And she can't have kids, so this might be her last chance at a kid.
Yeah.
And she already
Oh,
fucked up royally.
her
She's not
husband's
gonna go,
already
wait,
dead.
I was gonna stab you in the neck, but I like these jammies. So
I like these
wait a
paint
minute.
overalls I have on.
Wait a minute, my house is shit, my husband's dead, but hold up, these jammies on my life right now. Like, what are you talking about, Orlando?
I think she wasn't thinking. She was just trying to kill him.
Yeah, right.
I just think it's just they're doing.
Chalk it up to crazy.
It's the thing like I always mention. It's the drama for the sake of drama. She's like, "Ah," and he's like, you know,
A lot of the movie, though, was drama for the sake of-
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, why, dude? Like you know, this kid is overpowered. What are the chances of him surviving a stab in the back?
So you would have preferred if she went in for the quick thrust and he just blocks it and goes,
Dude, Jon Snow did that shit, okay? He was hugging Daenerys and he
Jon
fucking
Snow
stabbed
was
her
an
in the
experienced
fucking...
Yeah,
warrior.
guys, Game of Thrones weren't as much. Damn.
The thing is, I'm saying that like you have the person close. Why the fuck are you charging
She's
up?
not an assassin.
But it has look. Everybody knows.
she's a mom in a farm.
Now, fuck that shit. The fact
Everybody
that
knows.
you just saw your kid highly OP destroy your house, kill 2 officers with a flicker of
That
his fucking
second
hands.
officer got fucking demolished.
She got destroyed, dude. So in your head, you're like, this is not a normal kid anymore. He's a superpower being. I'm hugging him and I'm charging up to fucking stab him. I've seen
She
him.
thought he was distracted.
I've seen him fly around the house in seconds. What makes you think he's not gonna stop you charging up your blade? Like just and you're stabbing him in the back of all places.
Armando, I get it.
People survive getting stabbed in the back. You know,
Let's move on.
there's a reason why they say kind of stabbed in the back because
not moving on.
you stab me in the back. I see you now. You know what I'm saying? Like no,
I get it. The
get
Armando.
the fuck out of here.
I'm beginning to think the Armando director's cut is the ship lands, they open it up and go, They close it right back up.
No. That's not the director's cut. Okay, the director's cut is this lady being smart and stabbing a fucking kid in the neck.
No
okay?
character in this movie is smart.
And then she would have never got a glass in her eye because she wouldn't have looked up.
Yes,
She would have done it. She would have done it a different way.
No. She, if you really wanted her to get a glass in her fucking face,
Armando's
she
cut.
should have got in the ladder, gotten up to try to fix it, and then shit pops in her eyes, and it's like, oh my god.
Or
I'm
maybe
blind.
she was cleaning up glasses, like cups, whatever, and they all like shattered and they get in her eye. How about that?
Again, another one. Yes, Orlando did a better writing the fucking movie, right?
then
She was
maybe-
cleaning silverware,
And maybe
okay?
she wouldn't go to a storage room that's like blocked off of everything. You're like, you're fucking
A
dead.
fucking refrigerator. Like, why would
You
you,
guys are
go
writing
there?
the sequel?
I mean, we're rewriting this movie essentially, you know.
All right, so moving on. So there are things though I did like. I did like how they pay homage to Superman, of course, in some of the scenes when like they get shot, the bullet scene,
The cape.
the cape.
Dude, his fucking outfit was scary
Yeah,
as hell.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
scary.
it reminds me of Sandman.
His eyes always red.
Yeah.
I did like where he goes all the way up with his mom.
Oh,
like,
right.
to space essentially, and then drops her. Like it was all, and then towards the end when the plane comes, you know, like
Oh yeah.
I wish they would have showed that.
yeah.
right?
I mean, it was okay because, I mean, budgets.
I get it. I get it.
No, but
Yeah.
but it already
It was a
told
pretty
the story.
low budget movie.
Yeah, it was very low budget.
But it's not even budget was the reason. It was just you didn't have to see it because you already know that's what he did. The wreckage
Yeah.
at the end.
And
He
you-
did it all as a cover up, so it's still cool to see
Yeah,
it. I didn't
He's
have
smart
to.
as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. You're right. I didn't have to. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just saying, go
I
boom.
wanted.
and just
We had
blow it
already
up,
seen
man.
him going like all out and shit. I wanted to see more of that.
But-
if this is the route you're gonna take, show me everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I did like all of those like tribute was it Knox to Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. Then the ending credits happen and then you see him
You see
fucking,
Merle,
Yeah.
Merle, aka Yondu,
And
as the crackpot.
they show
He's a weird crackpot.
like 6 supervillains that are also in Earth.
They mentioned 2 of them.
They mentioned 2 of them, but
There's
there's like a panel of 6.
The
Yeah,
Justice
they showed a
League
bunch.
of
And so they
evil.
showed basically an evil Wonder Woman and an evil Aquaman.
Yeah.
They had a Flash too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They probably showed all of them, but he mentioned that a woman strangles
yeah,
men
yeah.
with a rope.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
you're right, you're
and
right.
then the underwater man that sinks the ships.
So I was,
They didn't have a Batman?
I was reading articles. You guys could
Probably.
probably confirm this. So okay, they were saying that basically the movie is like Earth 3 in DC Comics, where like all the villains are bad.
no, I mean,
not at all.
no, there's not.
There's
the
not an
same.
Earth 3 where in
No,
DC Comics.
because in Earth 3 they're the crime syndicate, so they're more of like they're more of like a mafia
okay,
that
so
does
they're
crime.
not really bad.
So they're not serial killers. They're just a crime.
Okay.
The crime justice
Like
league.
these are just like fucking serial killers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
essentially.
these are just straight murders.
Yeah.
So I know you already mentioned, your guys' like sequel and whatever ideas. I felt that the way the feel of this movie and what they were kind of going for was just an anthology series where each movie is just another one of those. So like they would do that Wonder Woman type where it would just be this woman strangling.
Oh, so they wouldn't like.
Man.
You don't think they would connect?
No, I don't think they
I
would
would love
connect.
to see them connect.
I would think that they're all really low budget, like
Yeah.
like pretty like
Contained,
as
self-contained.
close to like realistic as possible, considering their powers, and then just do a story, and then maybe end it where they kind of tie in, and that's it, and end it there, and then they move on to the next one. I felt like the feel was very like episodic, or episodic.
Episodic.
You see, that would have been a great as a TV series if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, so I
An
felt like
anthology series
I don't
of
think
people.
they'll do it because again, it didn't make that much money. But if they
Yeah.
go that route, they'll go that route more than anything for sure.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I did like the world they built, and I was intrigued enough to be like, oh man, you know what? If this gets a sequel, I'd like to see it. I did want something though to come to challenge these villains. Though.
Yeah.
But what would it be now that technically it's all
Evil.
evil?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I went into it thinking horror movie, and nothing stands up to the horror. Like there's fucking a billion Jasons. There's a billion, all like Halloween's, Michael Myers. There's a bunch of those. Nothing
There
ever
are plenty
really.
of better horror movies.
So I went into this thinking that it's gonna end with him just going berserk, and that's exactly what happened.
I literally thought he was gonna die.
Like I just thought horror tropes,
I
and it
think he was
was
gonna die.
it was complete horror tropes.
Yeah.
So
I thought he was gonna die, and I thought like they were gonna because they're playing so much homage to him, and I thought, what bigger homage to Superman than Zod? And I was like, Zod is gonna be Superman. I was like, maybe that's what's gonna happen. And I thought like going in like, oh, that'd be
You
cool.
thought a lot. You thought really hard
Yeah,
about
I thought like Zod. I thought what I thought
That seems
was
excessive.
What I thought was is that they were gonna show like a thing where basically like, I guess like his people have advanced technology to see like genetics and like, oh, he's like predisposed to be bad. Let's send him away, and then Zod's gonna be like, "No, we can't do that. We just can't let Earth die." And then he goes and kills him.
I never expected them to show his people either.
Well,
I don't know. That's why I thought. I had a whole different idea for the whole movie.
It's just not bad. That was a pretty interesting idea you had.
Thank you. We're gonna write this Brightburn.
no,
We are.
anthology. Call it
I
a
thought
day.
they were just gonna show a better parallel to why Superman would become evil.
Yeah.
Right, but
Other than-
they didn't do. That's
They
why
didn't do that at all.
That's why I'm saying like it's
Other
not
than-
They
Superman.
made it
It's,
off like an evil Superman.
that's why I'm
Other
saying
than landing in the Soviet Union.
it's not Superman. It's Super Super Saiyans. That's why I was like I don't think it's Superman. Like it has the powers, but I think more of the origin is Super Saiyan, not Superman. That's my. I thought of it. I thought the two worlds merging when I saw this movie. I was like, oh, this is Super Saiyan. Superman power with Super Saiyan backstory.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to look at it.
It was still a 2 in my opinion.
3. Solid 3.
Oh right.
Three.
Oh wait. I don't.
All right, ladies and gents, this is the end of the podcast. Orlando tried to end it before I could. Cool, man.
Tried to steal it from you.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm not the
Try
host
to
anymore.
steal my thunder. Hope you enjoyed this review. Go watch it. Let us know what
Don't
you
watch
thought.
it.
Yes. I forgot. Mike, would you recommend
Absolutely not.
Pedro, would you recommend this to somebody?
Recommend is a strong word, but if you really like horror, then yes.
No, if you really like horror, this is even an. Well, I guess you thought it was okay.
If you like slasher films, watch this.
Orlando, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I like it.
I would not recommend it unless you like comic book movies, and then you could kind of enjoy it.
No, I don't even think comic book people would like this. To me, it's more the horror route, slasher route
I
for
could
sure.
see that.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed the review. Let us know what you thought about the movie if you did see it. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram and Facebook. We do write back to your comments.
Yeah.
We like them.
No, you guys didn't respond to my comment today.
What was it about?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
It was about the upcoming movie.
Don't worry, we'll be right back
Thank
tomorrow.
you. I
in the
appreciate
morning.
it.
But yeah, this wraps it up.
All right.
Till next time.
Don't look up at flickering lights, and if you're gonna stab your kid, just fucking stab him.
Right in the neck.
In the neck. If
Stab-
you're hugging him, just fucking go for the neck, dude.
Just stab your kids.
Jesus Christ.
Or her. We're equal opportunity.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck, kill them all.
They're LGBTQ, non-discriminated, non-sex oriented,
Gender fluid.
gender fluid.
Kill all of them.
All right.
That's a hard way to.
Yeah, you see what you guys just did? Good job.
You heard it first here. Orlando, kill all of them.
I had it at killing children. You one up me. Thank you.
Welcome to Popcorn Heroes. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Outro.